if you've read the title, it's a little change up on what I've been doing on my channel lately. But once again, I did a poll on my Instagram. If you don't follow me, make sure you follow me at CYAH on Instagram. And I did a poll on if I should do a video about mental health, and I got 100% yes. So here we are. The vibe is a little different, you know, because this is a serious freaking topic. I got my notebook here, my journal, just so I have my talking points down and I'm not just rambling, because I can really talk about mental health all day. So first thing, it's mental health awareness month, and I've lost someone to mental health. I've lost someone to mental health. He committed suicide. It's actually someone that I served with. So that hit home pretty hard, being someone that suffers, you know, from mental disorders myself, and just knowing someone that I saw like every day for a period of time left the job, got transferred somewhere else, and just took their life. And he was someone that was really big on mental health. He always reached out to people. He was always checking on people, and that really hit to the whole check on your happy friends. Because I mean, he wasn't super happy and jolly, but like obviously on the outside looking in, you don't know what demons they're dealing with and what issues they have at home and what they got going on inside, unless they actually voice that to you. And so the fact that he took his life, and he was just one of those people that was really big on it, like myself, on mental health, it's just like, damn, like what could I have done differently, or what could I have said to, you know, is there anything that I could have done, you know? But that was his choice. May he rest in peace, you know. Condolences goes out to his family. So the first thing I want to get into is taking care of your mental health needs to be normalized in the communities for people of color. I know for us, it's a lot of what happens at home stays at home. You don't talk about that outside of these four walls. Like, you don't bring it up. Family issues stay between the family. It stays within the household. You better not take it outside the house. And so it really sets up that boundary of like, oh, it's not okay if I talk to anyone, but therapy is okay. You just need that professional person, that mediator that's outside of your family and friends, that's not gonna be biased, and that's gonna call you out on your shit. Okay? Because, you know, we have friends and families, for the women especially, you know, when we go through stuff in our relationship, you know, not quick, but, you know, sometimes we'll reach out to our homegirls, like, hey, such and such happened, like, what should I do? Or like, I'm feeling this kind of way, what should I do? When we all, you know, around the same age, and even if everyone has different experiences, that friend is gonna be biased a little bit, whether it's being biased to be on your side or being biased because it's something that they've been through and they don't want you to go through it. So I believe that therapy is that non-biased person that really needs to call you out on your shit to help you with whatever issues you are having. because I personally struggle with something like that. Like, I'm my toughest critic, but I don't always call myself out on my shit. And I'm woman enough to say it, and I know when I'm right and when I'm wrong, and I don't always call myself out on my shit, because it's easy to be stuck in the same cycles, stuck within the same loop of, this person pissed me off, this person did this to me, so I'm gonna cut them off. Now that might work in certain areas, you know, in certain situations. Some people, you know, may not have been right for you, or their vibes are just super negative and super off, and you don't need them around you. So that's a good time to, you know, cut all ties off with that. But you might fumble your own, like, you might fumble a bag, in my opinion. You know, you might cut off the wrong people just because you aren't giving people a chance, because at the slightest thing that triggers you, you just like goodbye. So you really just need to be mindful of that, because not everyone is going to do the same thing to you. Even if you've met 100 people, right, and 98 people did you wrong, what about the 2 people that didn't actually do you wrong, but you didn't give them a chance to, because you let trauma get in the way? And that's one thing about mental health. You cannot talk about mental health and battle mental health and really tackle it unless you go over trauma. Everybody has trauma. Your trauma is definitely stored in the back of your brain, in your amygdala, and it's gonna always be there. The slightest things can trigger you, whether it's a smell, a certain sound, seeing someone that looks like someone else that reminds you of something. Like, the smallest things can trigger you. A taste, like anything, okay? So, and trauma can be a range of anything. You don't have to be someone that's served in the military and went to war, went to the Middle East or anything like that to have PTSD. You could have PTSD from anything, just from your childhood alone. And that's something that people really don't want to talk about, and people are like kind of trying to shy away from the topic, which I think people are doing a lot better now, and people are actually really being mindful and really trying to put their, you know, really dig in to mental health, especially within the community of people of color, Black people specifically as well. So it's a little, there's been some improvements, but there's always room for more progress. So we just need to keep pushing on, and it's okay to talk to somebody about your issues. Even if you are closed-minded to it and you think, oh, it's dumb, why would I talk to somebody else about my issues? Just try it and see how it goes for you. That's a different perspective on your life. So the next thing I'm talk about, it would be, for me, a mental health check-in. So comment down below. With everything going on, I know it's a little hard for people to really get used to not being within close range to their people and people that they like and they're close to and stuff like that, because you don't want to infect anybody and you don't want to get infected. So if you're doing well, doing great, doing all right, comment some hearts down below. And even if you aren't, if you want to share that in the comments down below, by all means, comment, and I will respond with hearts or words of encouragement, whatever, in the comments. Just make sure you comment down below. How you doing? You all right? You good? Whatever it is, comment down below. But for a personal mental health check-in for me, I'm doing all right. COVID isn't really affecting me personally. It's affecting the people around me, whether it's people I know that they're related to that's been infected or have passed, stuff like that, and are really trying to recover. I know people like that and stuff like that, but it's not really affected me. I mean, my work schedule has changed a lot and stuff like that, and things have become really laxed. But I like the social distancing, to be honest. I would rather people not be standing on my behind while I'm in line at the grocery store. I would prefer if they didn't do that before all of this. So I'm happy that people are starting to get a sense of what a personal bubble is. And if you agree with that, comment that down below too, because it was really ridiculous. It really shows you how people have such bad habits of whether it's touching your face, which I know I do, especially allergy season. I have seasonal allergies, so my allergies can punch me in the face in the wintertime and really almost nearly kill me in the spring and summertime. So I have a habit of touching my face. I don't do it as much anymore, especially within the past year or two, so I can make sure I'm not putting extra bacteria on my face and germs so that my face can clear up, which it has been doing. No, but like I said, I'm doing all right. I'm really improving on a lot of stuff. I've been going through therapy and group therapy, and it's really been working. But I'm moving on to the next step, and I'm really about to start tackling some trauma, some past experiences, and really getting a handle on, like I said, what my triggers are earlier, so that I can lessen the intensity of my emotions when I do get triggered, so I don't snap. And it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be a really tough road, but I'm excited because already I've come a long way and I'm just getting started. So I'm excited. You know, we all have our days. I still have my days, not saying that I'm 100% butterflies, rainbows, and unicorns every single day. Like, you know, I'm still battling depression and anxiety, which I was diagnosed with when I was a teenager, almost 10 years ago. And so my mental health really went to rock bottom when I had a miscarriage in October of last year, which was, you know, just a few months ago. Damn, 7 months ago. But anyways, it feels like it wasn't that long ago, but I think quarantine has really like put a pause on my recollection of time. So yeah, when I had my miscarriage, I was by myself because of my work when it happened, and I really started having like a lot of inner battles, like I'm not good enough, I'll never be a mom, why me, what's wrong with me, why can't I have kids, everybody else is pregnant and happy and big, and you know, why couldn't that be me? But with the whole situation, the sac around the fetus wasn't formed correctly, so in a sense, I guess it's better that it happened that way instead of me having to, you know, deal with even more deep-rooted issues if I was able to have that child and the child had a lot of health conditions and wasn't 100% healthy. So yeah, but like I said, I'm working on stuff. I'm trying not to get emotional. I'm working on stuff and trying to really get through stuff so that I can be a better woman for myself and for my husband. So for this last thing, the last part of this video I'm going to talk about is how do I keep from falling into a deep depression, which is really hard to do, obviously, but you really have to change your mindset. It's going from having the mindset, because when you're depressed, everything around you seems to get more sad. And statistically speaking, an emotion lasts 7 to 15 minutes, right? I know, you're probably thinking, impossible, because I've been mad for the past 2 days about something that happened 3 days ago, because I really thought about it. But it's only lasted that long because you've been feeding that emotion. You know, whatever plant you water will grow, whatever monster you feed will grow. So if you keep feeding that emotion, it's going to last longer and longer. You're just going to prolong the emotion, and you're going to be bogging down on yourself. Like, don't feed it. It won't grow. It won't intensify, and you won't feel like crap. So to keep myself, like I said, it's a change in the mindset. Instead of thinking the glass is half empty, I'm starting to think that the glass is half full. So being really mindful of my emotions, and if I'm feeling sad, it's not like, oh, I'm always sad, this, that, and the third. It's like, here we go, I'm having that emotion that I'm sad again. We're gonna ride this wave, get over it, and get past it. It's okay to acknowledge your emotions. Like, not acknowledging them, not putting a name on it, and really tackling it just makes it worse. So hey, there goes sadness again. All right, you here? All right, I'm gonna set this timer, and you got to go. That's your eviction notice, boo. So to really get through that stuff, I use a lot of coping mechanisms, which is stuff that people do on a daily basis. Like, you need to make sure, first of all, that you take care, that you're taking care. What is wrong with my English today? That you're taking care of yourself. So the basic things that you need in life: feeding yourself, drinking water, exercising, even if it's just stretching or doing yoga for 20 minutes. And make sure you shower, you change your clothes, doing laundry, whatever it is that you need to do to keep that hygiene up. Brush your teeth, okay? Those things are important, because if you're already getting down into a depression, you stop wanting to take care of yourself, you don't shower, now you feel even more disgusted. You don't brush your teeth, now you feel even more disgusted. Like, you could just taste you could just taste how disgusting it is. You're not eating, so you're getting even more low into energy, and it's making you more sad. So just don't fall into that trap, because it's really just a trap of your emotions trying to swallow you up. So you really just need to, like, fight it off, get up, take care of yourself. And so what I personally have been doing, especially with quarantine, I feel like this is like the best time for me to really pick up hobbies and learn about myself. For one, I started up my YouTube, so that's been really like time consuming in a sense, not as time consuming as I thought it would be, but it is time consuming. At the end of the day, it definitely costs some money, but thank God for my job, and I get a constant paycheck every 2 weeks, and I'm not really affected pay-wise by COVID, so I'm lucky. So I show that gratitude, and I write that gratitude down in my journal. I started journaling a few weeks ago, maybe like a week and a half ago. I'm not as consistent as I would like to be, but I'm going to start doing that this week. Well, starting today. I started drawing again, which I haven't done since I was in high school. Mind you, I graduated high school about 5 years ago. I started painting, which I never really did before, but it's very relaxing, very soothing. So I know when everything opened back up, I'm definitely going to a sip and paint, because it just looks so fun and it's so soothing. I started baking a lot and cooking. I've baked cakes, I've baked cookies, I've baked the big giant Pizookie, cooking funnel cakes like you saw on my channel. If you haven't seen it, I'll put it somewhere here or in the description box below. I've been running more and just really getting in tune with myself, because that's really important. If you know yourself more and more and more, you get to know yourself, you'll love even more and more and more of yourself. And so that self-love really just comes with the self-care. And I know people have been doing like self-care Saturday, self-care Sunday. If that works within your schedule and those are the only days that you can really squeeze in self-care into your schedule, then that's fine. But I make sure that I do at least one thing towards my self-care every single day. Whether today I use an exfoliant and a mask to scrub my feet because, you know, I can't get my feet done. Or if I just use a body exfoliant, tomorrow, that's even better. Or if I bake a cake. I'm trying to lose weight, but guess what? I like pastries, which is why I work out, so that I can eat whatever I want. And so, you know, eating a slice of cake, like, hey, I ran 6 miles the other day. I deserve to have a slice of cheesecake from the Cheesecake Factory or something. Whatever it is, whatever you decide to do, think of it as a reward for the day. Even if you didn't do anything to check off your list, you made it through the day. Here's a reward. Even if you're just stretching or getting your body moving, that's a reward within itself, because you'll build stamina eventually, or flexibility or mobility, whatever it may be. And your body will love you for it, and you'll see improvement within your daily movement and just a whole relaxation, just like a sigh of relief, like I finally did that, you know. So that's really all I have to talk about today. Find what works for you, whether, even if it's just listening to music. If you're already angry, don't listen to music that's gonna piss you off even more. If you're already sad, don't listen to music that's gonna make you more sad. Like I said, don't feed that emotion. Try to promote an opposite emotion. So if you are feeling sad, what I do is I go and watch TikToks, because TikTok can be very funny and stuff like that. So, or watch a comedy, a movie, a skit or something like that. Like Netflix, you got Hulu, or you can just go on YouTube and, you know, search up skits or something like that. But just really be mindful of how you're thinking. Be gentle with yourself. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to the people around you, even if they piss you off. Voice that emotion, but in a kind way. You know, don't be running off the rails and cursing people out and stuff like this, okay? Just don't do it. So that's really all I got today. If you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. You already know what I'm gonna say. Thanks for rocking with me. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like this video. Go ahead and comment down below how you feel about mental health, what you've been doing to help with your mental health and to soothe yourself, and the self-care that you've been doing during this quarantine time. And like I said, don't forget to subscribe. All right, I appreciate y'all. Peace and love. Take care of yourself.